Hi all, I hope you're all well. So I'm basically going to be doing an overview of two products I picked up, which are the Sally Hansen nail art pens. I played it safe and I just got the black and the white. So the black is number 2 and the white is number 1. And for those of you interested, here's the box. So obviously that's the black and that's the white. Now for those of you in Australia, I actually picked this up in Priceline. And recommended retail was about $19, $20, which I find fairly expensive, but luckily I got them on special and paid about $15, which is half the reason why I got them. I didn't really want to pay $20 for a pen, and in the pen you only get about 2 mils of product in here. Now they do come in a range of colours. You get metallic finishes, there is gold, there's silver, rainbow colours, there's blue, green, red, etc. Lots of other colours. But again, I wanted something fairly easy, sort of safe sort of colours, because at the moment I am not an expert by any means. I'm an amateur at doing nail art, definitely. So I've been watching tutorials on YouTube, sort of how to do it, sort of hear tips and tricks, etc. But I just wanted something just to use before I go out and purchase other products. For example, I think they're the Magi Art nail ones I see a lot on, or try something with the actual thin brush. These are actually pens, obviously by the name, and that's basically the tip there. So they are basically like a felt tip pen or a gel tip pen, obviously a little bit thicker. Now the idea being is you basically shake it up, or obviously leave the lid on, shake it up, take it off, press down on a hard surface, maybe a bit of paper or tissue, not on your hand. I'm only using this as an example. So you just press down, the product's dispersed to the tip, or down the tube to the tip of the pen, and you're basically ready to go. Normally I would just test it on a tissue or a piece of paper first, just to make sure it's basically not runny or I don't have an influx of product, but I've never had a lot of product being dispersed from here, so it is fairly easy to control, which is good for me. Now at the moment, unfortunately, I don't have any sort of nail art on. I have probably tried about 5 times. As I mentioned in my last post, I am actually going for interviews, so it's not really appropriate at this time to sort of go around with sort of crazy, funky looking nails. So at least for the type of roles I'm going for. So I did do one nail, I'll show you that in a moment, but that's just to give you an idea of the actual application, or how thin it will actually apply. That's just one swipe down there with the black one. Obviously you can sort of draw in stuff, colours, dots, but that's basically how fine it will go, or the tip will go. And I just did this before I started the tutorial, so it has dried. I accidentally smudged it when I was talking. But that's basically just a couple of squiggles. That's not nail art by any means, unless it's abstract art, but that's just to give you an idea of how it sort of looks and applies to the nail. And I just wanted to do one so I could remove it. But yeah, so basically I like them, for me being basically an amateur, that I can control them fairly easily. And the fact being that as it is like a pen, I can sort of grip it nicely. I can basically apply it as if I'm basically writing a letter or drawing a picture. And I found it normally when I'm applying maybe a couple of strokes, I've done it about 5 or so times now, it dries fairly quickly. If I just do a couple of lines or a couple of dots, it takes about a minute and a half to dry. If I'm actually colouring in or doing anything in slightly thicker, it takes about 5-6 minutes to dry properly. Sometimes I have waited about 8 minutes before I've actually applied a top coat or just a clear nail varnish. So overall I've been fairly happy with it. I suppose the only downfall is, again, I said the price, if I'm paying full price, so I will actually keep an eye out at my nail supplier. I picked these up, as I said, up at Priceline, so I'll see if they actually have those in stock, and maybe try the silver, because I would like to try that on my tips. And maybe some of the other colours, but again, I just want to try and save up now and maybe try the other Magi Art or whatever pen there are on the market. But it has actually given me the confidence to actually go out and try those, so fairly happy with that. I also picked up the white as well, because I wanted to use it on French tips, or just on the tips of my nails. Because normally I'm fairly lazy doing French nails or anything like that, especially on my toes. I just fill in obviously the tip with the white, and then I might go over with a clear or a peach varnish. So just really simple. So that's why I might get the silver just to sort of do my tips. But that's, I thought, one good thing if maybe you want to just give them a go, not sort of sure about it, maybe just try the white one, because again you can use it on your tips. But bear in mind, depending where you get it, it might be fairly pricey. I'd be interested to know anyone's sort of feedback. If you've tried this, please let me know, put some comments below, even use maybe leave a post comment, a video post, or any other links to tutorials you've done. I'd really be interested to see. Yeah, but I want to sort of try the white, so maybe recommend that if you just want to maybe purchase one, if you just want to sort of do your tips or keep it as a spare colour. Like I said though, it's only 2 mils in here. I don't know how long that will last. I've tried it about 5 times now. I will let you know when it sort of runs out. I'll also let you know if it does dry up before I use all the product in here. Again, I'm not using this every day, of course, which is another reason why I didn't want to get a whole range of colours. I didn't want to leave them sitting there. But I will keep you posted on that, just to give you a sort of a review over time, which is always good. This again is only after using it for 5 or 6 times. But once I've tried the sort of French tips, I will let you know how I go with that. But yeah, definitely recommend it, even if you just want to pick one, or even the black one. I'm going to keep practicing with the black, sort of drawing little details on my nails as well as writing, just to get the hang of it. But I didn't find I could go too thin with it. As I said, that's about as thin that I could sort of control the nib. See that? And for those of you who are sort of interested, excuse me, at the moment I do actually have a flesh tone nail varnish on. I mentioned in my last post too that I'd actually try the MAC Abalone Shell, which is from the Spring Forecast collection. I believe it's the colour 4. If I'm wrong, I'll put an annotation up here. But yeah, it's fairly neutral, or sorry, flesh toned on my hand. I mentioned I don't have anything like this, so it's half the reason why I wanted to get it. Plus I do actually like the matte cream finishes. Although a lot of people do say they find them really thick, I actually like that. Although I did find this time it took me about 3 coats to get it fairly on. And still there is a little bit of gap in them. So it's actually, I don't know, maybe it's just me. And again, normally if I love a cream finish in matte, I normally get 2 or 3. Especially if they're limited edition ones. But it did seem to apply a little bit thinner than the other cream ones that I've tried, any of the other cream ones. I don't know if it's just me. Again, if you have tried the the Abalone Shell by MAC, let me know. Or the other Spring Forecast collections, if there's the other cream ones you've tried, let me know if you do find the application a little bit thinner, or the product. Might be that just me. My next review, just to let you know, will be on the Lumina Nails one, which I did mention a while ago in a haul. Now that I've had a good chance to really try it properly, meaning that I've used it about 7 times now in different ways, with base coats, with top coats, etc. Because, not so impressed, but I will give a proper review of this in my next video. So look out for that one, and that's the Lumina Nails by Divina. But that'll be next time. Again, guys, thanks for your support so far. Thank you so much for watching and checking this out. Again, really keen on any feedback that you have on the Sally Hansen products, any other nail products, or just life in general. Send me a message, put a comment below, and if you haven't subscribed already, don't forget, it's just a click away. So thanks again. Take care.